what's been going on up over here? I was gonna show you guys the So Much Comfy, the waterfowl pile, but the Peyton, he's been invading. Do you guys wanna know what I do to the Peyton when he's been bothering up the birds too much? I do this because I'm what's called a bitch. I do this, and I say, okay, Peyton. That's bad boy, Peyton, bad boy. Goodbye, Peyton. See? This be so much comfy. So much comfy. This be the good stuff. Hello, everybody. So, one of my neighbors came over and had a really bad boo-boo. And so I gave them some vitamin C powder. Okay, because some people don't know that your body needs extra vitamin C to heal wounds. Okay, so my neighbor had a bruise that was like a foot and a half long all up on the side from falling down. So I gave my neighbor some yogurt with frozen blueberries and brown sugar too, to help the boo-boo feel better. But my neighbor was like, uh-oh, I've been getting all this free stuff. So here, I happen to have some loppers in the back. I'm gonna lop down part of your rabbit food that's blocking up your view when you're trying to leave the driveway. So I was like, oh, well, that's be my rabbit food, and my rabbits aren't here yet, but okay. So the birds have actually been eating this. It's autumn olives, and it's an invasive here in Michigan. Okay. They've been eating it. So my only thing is I have to super make sure to take it out of here. It's going to stay good a little longer since it's in the water, but I have to make sure to take it out before the leaves actually start rotting off. So I have to keep a close eye on it. Okay, but they've been eating it up. And then I've been working on my resort beach for my resort duck scuttle pond. See, so I haven't actually rinsed this sand in yet. Okay, but it's going to be so much fancy. I was telling Mr. Dave that I wish I could shrink myself and hang out on my resort beach that I've been building up, except it's got some goose poop, unfortunately. Hello, everybody. But it was funny because my neighbor came by and I had the fence up and my neighbor pulled into the driveway and they ran up to greet my neighbor, like not aggressively, but like, hey, we want to get to know you. So I was actually really happy that they were so friendly, because sometimes these kind of birds are not. But look, this is trouble. He's having a hard time learning. He's been dunked. That's the third time he's been dunked. He looks like he kind of just wants to snuggle with them a little bit, so he's been a little bit less aggressive towards them now than he was earlier. But he got dunked for being misbehaved, and then Josephine saw him all dunked, covered in water, and she was like, son, what happened to you? And then he attacked the Josephine, and she was like, okay, F you. But anyways, that's what's been going on here at Scary Farmhouse. I got more to do now. Again, this overflow has to get dug so that it's deeper than the water level, so it's going to take a lot of work. I stole these rocks from the field next door because they cast them aside to get them out of the way for the machinery when they're tilling. And I was like, well, if they really want their rocks back, I'll give them back. But they're over here and they look like free rocks to me. So I've been stealing up the rocks today. And then my neighbor was telling me that there's a place with a whole bunch of free rocks about 8 miles from here where the farmer puts them out next to the road. Okay, so now I didn't want to show you guys the cars that are driving by, but I got my Beware of Goose sign up, and everybody understands why this pond has been going up in here. And some of them see my little snuggle butts over there, and sometimes they be driving by real slow to try to see if they can see the geese. So it's funny. Remember, this is Be My Roadside advertisement. Okay, they're gonna basically sell themselves. So I gotta put up. I have my pond rocks over there. I gotta put them up over here, and then build the clay on top of that. Because it's just got like that land bridge built up, so it's kind of a little bit more steep. So yeah, I still gotta try to drop a whole layer of clay over all this pond liner so that it lasts as long as possible. The fact that those guys just go crazy and they like dive all the way to the bottom, because I do have a little clay layer on the very bottom part. They dive all the way to the bottom and disturb all the clay, but you know, I guess that's helping preserve my liner from the UV rays as well. But we'll see. I just have to make sure I pull out this autumn olive branches sooner rather than later. But yeah, I ran out of sand. My last bag was like a bag that's been sitting here next to my old fire pit for like, I don't know, 3 years now. So it had grass growing through it and stuff, but it worked all right. Now when the rain comes, it'll hopefully kind of wash this into the little crevices and we'll see how it goes. But anyways, I'm kind of babbling. I'm exhausted. I went shopping today and I went to the Jay's Market in Standish, and what they do there is they sell what's called unclassified potatoes in like bulk 50-pound bags, and it's $12. And they're not organic, but it's $12 for 50 pounds of potatoes. So I got me up some of those. I got me up some quote-unquote handmade egg noodles, okay? And then I got some carrots and other stuff to make some chicken noodle soup, okay? Because I'm going to be what's called chicken noodle soup patrolling Magneto Boss Dave. Because I'm a bitch like that, okay? You just, like I said, you just don't really know until you find out. I'm not always a terrible bitch, though. Hi, guys. The cuteness. It's just overwhelming. Anyways, it's funny because I don't even really feel like having dinner, even though it's getting kind of late. I feel like having another yogurt smoothie. And I got like, oops, sorry guys. I got up so much yogurt. It's great. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to sit in my comfy chair. I'm just really happy that these guys are like used to me and like follow me around sometimes. It's going to be good. So I have 6 more female silver apple yard ducks coming in from a different hatchery. They ship out on the 7th, which means they should arrive on the 9th. So that'll be good. My little waterfowl pal is going to be getting a bigger. But the cuteness is so good. Okay? Okay. I'm going to see. Goodbye, everybody.